All right, so let's talk about our mission here at Comprehensive Christianity. It's pretty straightforward: to faithfully build the kingdom of Christ on earth in obedience to His Word in the Bible. The Bible is authoritative on all about which it speaks, and it speaks about everything. If that seems too broad or not very focused or that kind of thing, that's why we have goals. But our mission here as Christians is to build the kingdom of Christ on earth as it is in heaven. You know the rest of the prayer, and the Bible talks about everything, and it is authoritative on everything it talks about. Hence, that's kind of part of the name choice here: Comprehensive Christianity, building the kingdom for every part of life, everywhere. Our goals. All right. Well, we can focus down a little bit on what we're trying to accomplish here initially. First of all, there's two primary goals right now. The first one is to publish in ebook format, electronic book format. Books that previously have only been available on typewritten 8.5 by 11, generally books created from notes that were delivered at the time that Joe Morecraft was preaching through whatever particular topic it was. The first book, for instance, that we're publishing here is Genesis, Christ, Creation, and Covenant, which was preached back in 1990 through 1992. It was 102 sermons over that period of time, and resulted in a book, 657 typewritten pages. So that's the manuscript that we started with, because 1990 to 1992, as you can imagine, was only paper. It was only ever typed up, so there was no electronic format at all, so we had to scan it and do all kinds of things. Anyway, our effort is to do that with the dozens and dozens of such books that are available and in different formats. Some of them previously available, some of them never available before, that we'll be doing from scratch and making available in ebook format. Second effort is to scan a variety of notes and articles and clippings and research and that kind of thing that have been compiled as part of Pastor Morecraft's efforts of the last 40 plus years, which are now residing in 50 bankers boxes like this one. So that's Sermons, Old Testament 1. So there are 50 boxes filled to the brim. For instance, that box that I just showed you, the first 2/3 of that box is the materials that he compiled in support of creating the book that was distilled down to this. So those are our two goals. One is to create these books in ebook format, readily available, and scatter them far and wide for the education of Christ's church and the building of His kingdom. And the second one is to compile these notes or get them scanned and eventually make them available in an online accessible, searchable, cataloged, indexed archive. So next we'll talk about why we're doing this